Good evening. For tonight's video, I've got one of my all-time favourite car reviews. No, it's not a Lamborghini or a Porsche or a Ferrari. It's a Citroen Sara Picasso. I really loved making this video. I bought the car for, I think, 300 quid. Did some fun stuff with it. Ended up turning it into a sand pit and then donated it to someone who needed a car, and then eventually he scrapped it. Sadly, the car is no longer around, but it gave us this very fun car review.
I'm on the way to Nottingham in the 850 estate to have it painted, and I'm coming back in the booby trap, the booby prize, the booty call, the runner-up prize, the second loser, and it is a good one. The number plate ends JFF, which is just brilliant. So basically it was calling out to me from a dealer in Nottingham who I emailed and said, I'm Geoff Buys Cars, I want to buy this car because it's a piece of crap, can I have it for X amount of money? And he emailed me back, it was 25% discount, and he emailed me back and was like, yeah, like your style, come and get it. And I phoned them today and they were like, are you aware it is what it is? And I was like, yeah, it's going to be perfect.
6 hours later.
Oh yeah, look at that. Uber taxi goes through stream. Lovely. Oh, it's a nice little interlude, isn't it? Wonder if he'll wait while I jump out and have a swim. I'm going to guess not. Right, better get back in.
A few moments later.
So here we are then, we are at Lodham Cars. I drove up here in my Volvo 850, took it to the paint place and the vinyl wrapper, spent some time with him, choosing colours, ready to do the vinyl wrap and talking about what we're going to do with the logos and how we're going to make the fonts work. And it would have cost me £220 to deliver the Volvo from where I live up to where the wrapper is. So, if I could buy a car for 300 quid, then basically I can get home cheaper than shipping the car. I managed to spend some time with the wrapper. I mean, a train would have been 80 quid. So Citroen Sara Picasso, the number plate says Geoff, JFF, and it's my least favourite car in the whole entire world. It has no back seats, it's got lots of paperwork and almost 200,000 miles. Lodham Cars. And the guys were really helpful on email when I said I wanted to buy it just because the number plate said Geoff, and I made a cheeky offer and said I'd give them a good Google review. And they said, yeah, no worries, come and get it, PK04 Geoff. Yes, oh, I bloody love it. I love it because I've always hated these cars. I've always hated a Citroen Sara Picasso. The only thing that could make this car worse would be if it was that horrible turquoise colour. There used to be a guy that used to pick his kids up from the school that we used to go to, and he'd be in the way and late every single day in one of these, and I just hated it. Right, look at it, it's not clean. It's had a patch welded on there, but the best bit, and this is the best bit, it doesn't even have any back seats. Yes, it's basically a roadster. So, this is the best thing ever. Look how big it is in here. Oh my gosh. I'm doing my broadcast from the back of this, look. Yes! This is the best Geoff car I've ever bought. Now, so long as it doesn't overheat or the head gasket doesn't go, I'm driving home in this. Whee! Look at it. It's brilliant. You could do a bank job in this and no one would notice. No one ever takes any notice of a Citroen Sara Picasso. Look at it. It's hideous. But these are dropping like flies. This early Picasso, oh, it's a Desire as well, look at that. It's a Citroen Picasso's Desire. It's got a tow bar. I'm gonna find something to tow with it. What am I gonna tow with this? What am I not gonna tow with this? That's the question. Oh, yes. Look, it's already got my bag in it. It's already got my flip-flops in it. I've made myself at home. Happy days, make a bed in the back of that. Wonderful. So, what we got? I think it's a 2 litre. Does that sound all right to you? I don't know. I mean, it's working. That's basically all I need it to do. 198,341. A little bit of fuel in it, and the service light's on. But this is basically cheaper than getting a bus. Right. Let's go and do the deal and buy the car. Right then, that was probably the most pleasurable car buying experience I've ever had, because sitting in the showroom and he goes, do you want an iced tea? I bloody love an iced tea. You like an iced tea? Yes, I bloody love an iced tea. Check this out. Sold to me. Ha ha. Let's get this bad boy home. So, 198,341 miles, 7 owners, stacks of paperwork though, 300 quid. Cheaper than a train. Right, what's beeping? Handbrake's off. Something's beeping at me. The best bit is as well, I've mounted my camera directly in front of the dial that's going to flash up if there's a problem. So you'll probably see the flames on camera before I see the warning signs.
A few moments later.
Put the windows up so you can hear me, and that'll give me a chance to test the aircon. So, knob and switch roulette, round 1, air conditioning.
One frozen wasteland later.
I would say that's a no for the air conditioning. So, the Citroen Sara Picasso, what do I know about these cars? Nothing at all. This is a Desire edition, which means it's got a gear knob, and that's got 5 numbers on it and a ruh. Then it's got 3 knobs, twirly ones, one for where the air goes, one for how fast the air goes, and one for how hot you want the air. Then it's got a slider dial for if you want the air to come into the cabin, or if you want to recirculate your own fart gases. It's got a big steering wheel with no buttons on it, which I like, because you know, what's wrong with just having a basic steering wheel? I've got some volume controls over here for my stereo, which is good because I've got a stereo that doesn't actually have the faceplate part, which is interesting. I did bring my Bluetooth radio adapter so I could listen to some tunes, but there is no radio, unless I find it somewhere in the car, which would be a bonus. Oh, I went in a bit fast. We got tyre squeal, yes! What is that beeping? It's probably bad, isn't it? I didn't need to go around that roundabout 4 times. All in all, right, for the money, this is not a bad car. If you just need a car to take to the tip, it's exactly like that 1.6 Xsara that I told you about. It won't break, it probably won't go wrong, it'll probably last forever, it'll be boring, no one will ever nick it because it's so boring, you won't ever need to clean it because what's the point? And it'll just work forever. You put your dogs in it, you put your kids in it, you put your kids' dogs in it, you put your dogs' kids in it. And it's fine, especially with this one, because it's got no rear seats. There are no rear seats in this car. So what you've got here is your own money-making business. It's an Airbnb. All you've got to do in there is put a stove in there and some curtains. Park it on your driveway, £60 a night. Well, it's school holidays, isn't it? So maybe 80.
5 minutes later.
If you own a Xsara Picasso, tell me if it's got a beepy thing that goes when you need to change up a gear. Right, and also if you know what side the petrol thing is on in a Citroen Sara Picasso. It's that side. It's kind of horrible, but I kind of like it. There's no diesel. Oh no, there is. There's no V-Power performance diesel. I don't think I'm going to be needing that today. Oh, no warning lights, I was just checking. There are no warning lights and the temperature is good. I reckon I've accidentally bought a good car. Right, come in the back with me, which is great because I don't actually need to get out the car to get into the back. I'll just climb through, look. Look, I'm in the back. It's got a really flat floor, so I can basically, where's the camera there? Where can I put the camera? I'll put the camera there, look. There we go. Right, so the Citroen Sara Picasso actually has a really flat floor and is quite large, but if you are locked in the boot, you can't open the boot from the inside, which is weird because you can on an old Volvo. So, right, what can I tell you about it? Well, aircon, electric windows, adjustable steering column, and wheel, obviously. External mirrors, which is good. Well, external mirrors, it's just mirrors, isn't it? It's just mirrors. Computer, apparently it's got a computer. In-car entertainment, well, I've already covered that. Armrest. I've been robbed! There's no bloody armrest there! What? Genuinely, it says there's an armrest. There's no armrest. I've been had. I'm gonna get on the phone. Airbag passenger, anti-lock brakes, head restraints, well, 2 of them because there's no seats there. Power assisted steering, side protection mouldings. My favourite type of protection. Also, I reckon on a hot day, if you planted things in here, you could grow things because it is fucking hot. Look at the size of that boot. It's gargantuan. Nice. Pretty good. Have a little nap in there, isn't there, really? It's definitely big enough to camp in, which is good. If you're a young couple and you can't afford Airbnb at the moment, or a cottage in Cornwall, which, let's be honest, nobody can, this is what you need.
12 seconds later.
Tell you something, I actually don't mind it. It's all right. It's better than that Xsara I had. Honestly, it's nicer to drive than the Xsara. It just drives like a soggy old Citroen. You know how all Citroens kind of feel the same. They've got a wobble to them. I don't even know what it is. There's a characteristic. There's something Citroen that these cars have got, and it just drives like an old Citroen. I can feel it in my XM. The XM is a different car, but you can feel this sort of character trait. And I can't put my finger on what it is. I don't mind this car. It's all right. And remember from my Xsara video when I said the ultimate destination for these cars is to end up as essentially tip vehicles. Take it to the tip, get the kids to school, take the kids to the tip, leave them at the tip, dump the car at the tip and go and buy another one. Tradesmen use them and they take the rear seats out. Well, what's happened to this one? The rear seats have been taken out. So I was absolutely spot on. That's what's happened to this car. I've rescued it from a tradesman. So it's what, 17 years old? 200,000 miles, basically, near as damn it. 2 litre HDI engine. These engines were great. They went in all the Citroens, they went in all the Peugeots, they lasted forever, and they are naff all to run, because they do 50 to the gallon, and basically whatever you put them in something small, will do even more. I'm more comfortable driving around in £300 shitboxes than I am in £2,000 SLKs. I'm happier driving around in £200 cars than I am in something that's got more element of risk to it. Yes, okay, there's a dicky gearbox, and I've no idea how much it's going to cost me to get it sorted out. It might just be low on oil. It might just be that the filter's clogged. It might just be that the gasket's been put on wrong. It might be a 20 quid fix. But the problem is, with a car that you pay proper money for, every 20 quid fix is only one phone call away from being like an oh shit sort of moment. What am I going to do now? You don't have a what am I going to do now moment with a £300 car. You just walk away. It's safe. I'm much happier at this amount of money. And when I'm happy, everyone's happy. I'm not going to complain. It's got a long MOT. It costs shit all to run. £14 a month to tax. It'll do 50 miles to the gallon. And you don't need to worry about it at all. It's a throwaway car. I know that's not the thing to say. I don't believe in throwaway cars. But you know what I mean? Like, if you needed a car for a little while, if you needed something to run around in, if you needed a van, if you're moving house, whatever, all those reasons. Well, all the Volvo estates are now too expensive because people have realised they're cool. That's what people used to buy when they were moving house. They'd buy a Volvo estate and then sell it when they were done. You can't afford to do that now because they're all 1,500 quid or more. £300-400, get yourself in a Picasso, take the rear seats out, all the space you could possibly need, and it's still a car. So there you go, there's my conclusion. Would I buy a Citroen Sara Picasso 2 litre HDI? Well, yeah, I would actually. Yeah, if I wanted a family car and I wasn't asked about anything, or if I was like driving to France and we were flying back, I'd buy one and dump it down there. You know? Look, one went past me there in silver, and there's another one going past me now in brown, with a roof box on. It's no surprise that this was such a popular car in Britain, because I think in Britain, we just like stuff to be kind of shit. It's like the weather, innit? Well, how's the weather today? Oh, it's a bit shit. It's raining. We like it like that. How's the weather today? Oh, it's too hot. Like in Britain, if something isn't a little bit shit, we're not happy. And the cars, you know, British cars, they were great, but they were just a bit shit. It's like we're always happy to settle for something that's just a bit shit. Like fish and chips by the seaside when you pay 25 quid for it and your chips are just a bit shit. But you love it, it's the best thing ever. We like it. This car's a bit shit, but it's great. So, if you want a car that's a bit shit for a tenner, I've got one, you can have it. Thanks for watching. Tell you what though, the amount of times I've gone, ugh, because there's no armrest. Oh, I've been 100% gypped here. I've done about 100 miles and the car has caused me no problems. So it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's hot, but I'm not going to moan about that. I'm not going to be that British and moan about the weather. I'm on the home stretch now and it's driving great. Really sweet. No complaints at all, apart from the fact that it hasn't got an armrest or a radio, but I've got a Bluetooth speaker, so I'm okay with that. And to be honest, if I was in a convertible right now with the roof off, I would be burnt to a crisp, like that guy. So, new MX-5, your head is so red, it's hilarious.